We probably gonna have to rearrange a lot of this stuff. Okay, we're live now. Let's see. I guess we'll turn it all the way around, Johnny. You wanna sit here in this chair, and I'll just take a chair over there.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Okay, we're just gonna turn everything around. Bear with us, guys. We'll be talking that talk in less than 5 minutes. We will be talking that talk, telling you what you want to hear. You got news you can use. Yeah, man, I wish you could see this. It's the clarity over here is like daylight and dark from being on that side with the back. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this from now on. Put this stuff on. We'll turn this one around. Just hand it to me and we'll turn it just like that. Oh man, that's perfect. You got the phone? Where's the phone?
Yours, talking about?
Yeah. I was already on.
No, we gotta set it up.
No, just set it right here. Because it's gonna be pointing right at me.
Okay, this is good right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just want to have both of the Instagrams live at the same time.
I was on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I know I gotta get this one right too. But it's going live from 2 different accounts.
Yeah, all you got to do is just be logged on at the Alpha Elite Capital. I was already logged on at Gregory Dixon
No,
Official.
I'm talking, yeah, I know that.
Okay. Yeah, just get it however you got to get it, and then we'll. Yeah, I got the questions right here. Man, these are some really good questions. So some really good questions. See, guys, this is for real. You get to see this as it happens. You get to see it live. I'm gonna read it out to you just like I got it. I'm gonna answer them one by one. You are going to see this. This is live. This is actual and factual. This is let's see here. We got people that's logging on. If you log on, you know. Over here on this side. See, if it's over here like this. See, I'm gonna flip it. Yeah, see, it's perfect.
All right, tell me when to click it.
Okay, you can, okay, so I gotta hit it live right there, bam. Whenever you're ready, just let me know and you count it down.
3, 2, 1.
I'm in full effect. Full effect, EEECT. Hey, it's Friday. My favorite song on Friday, the OJs. Dun, 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 dun. And we are live. Hey, I just heard from the producer of the show. We are live. We're coming to you live on YouTube. We are on Instagram, Gregory Dixon Official, Instagram, Alpha Elite Capital. And from where I am to wherever you are, we are in the beautiful city of Los Angeles. We're in downtown LA. We are in the penthouse. I know the view is a little different today. We was having a lighting problem, so we decided to flip everything. I usually give you guys the view where I'm in front of the skyline of the city, but we're going to do something different. We're going to take clarity over backdrop. All right, so here we go. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2021. Like I say, from where I am to wherever you are, I'm glad you guys are tuning in, tapping in, getting some news you can use. Hey, type in the comments who you are, where you're from. If you see this video later, type in who you are, where you're from, and send me your email address so I can send you something. I got something special for you. Okay, today is Friday. We're going to do a Q&A. Told you guys, if you have questions, if there's something that you need some clarity to always just hit me up, send me an email or DM me or just call me. You know, the email address is Gregory Dixon Real Estate gregory.dixon@gmail.com. The Instagram is Gregory Dixon Official and Alpha Elite Capital. Both of those are the Instagrams. And we have YouTube channel, Gregory Dixon Official. So we're live right now. We're going to get into it. Today's Q&A, Friday's Q&A, questions and answers. My first question is from Tony from Dallas, Texas. And he says, I'm 23 years old. Excuse me. I'm 23 years old. How do I buy my first property, and what should I buy first? Should I buy a house or should I buy units? Okay, Tony, Dallas, Texas. Shout out to the D-Town. You're 23 years old. First of all, congratulations on having the mindset to buy property at an early age. You are getting ahead of the curve right now. You are getting ahead of so many people by buying a property at a young age. I suggest more than likely you're going to go FHA. Most first-time buyers, they either use a home buyer program or they go FHA, simply because FHA is the lowest down payment and it is the easiest to qualify for. No matter who you are, where you are, unless you got all the money to pay for the house, you're going to have to qualify, which means you're going to have to get approved for a loan from a lender, which means you're going to need three things. You're going to need money for down payment. You're going to need credit score. You're going to need job history. You're going to need those three things. I don't care what loan you apply for, unless you got all the money or unless you're going 25, 30% down. Anything under that, the credit, job history, and down payment are going to be the things that qualify you to buy a home. With that being said, if you go FHA, you have an opportunity your first time out the gate where FHA considers 1 to 4 units the same as 1 unit, meaning that if you were to purchase a 4-unit building, FHA would treat that as it's a single family residence. You have to live there. In all the FHA properties, one of the requirements of the loans is you have to live there. With that being said, knowing that you could do that, me personally, I would buy units first. My first time out, I would look for, and I know I got to live at the property, I would look for maybe a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. That way I would have tenants that would help pay for the mortgage. And it also may put me in a situation where the property cash flows, meaning that I have money, surplus of money left over after the mortgage is paid, which you can build and invest that some more, right? So that's my answer to you, Tony. Next, we have Isaac from DC, the District of Columbia. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to the district. Hey, man, they still doing what they doing on Hanover Street. Y'all didn't know about that, huh? Yeah, I've been to the district. Love DC, Chocolate City, beautiful city. Okay, Isaac from DC asks, I'm in an area that I want to invest in, but home prices are extremely high and unit prices are higher. How do I go about investing in these high ticket areas? Great question. Great question. Now, Isaac, the problem that you're having, it says you want to buy in DC, Washington, DC, right? District of Columbia. And you're saying the home prices are high and units are even higher, which I get. I'm in Los Angeles. We're going through the same thing. What I would suggest is that you get with a lender and see how much you qualify for, right? Then if you got a spouse, a wife, girlfriend, family member, then it's no limit to how many people can be on the loan. A lot of people don't know this. What they haven't been told. They think that, okay, I want to buy a house, so I gotta be able to do everything on my own. No, you can bring in an extra person, 2 extra people, 3 extra people. In fact, I have sold properties where the purchaser wasn't one person. It was 5 people. It was like an entire family. It was a husband, wife, and a cousin. 5 people. But they brought in all 5 people and pooled, and that added to the income, which made them be able to qualify. Just in that situation, about the price being high, I'm hoping that you'll get units, because that will maybe justify. You'll have some money coming in. Because if the price is just ridiculously high and you're going to have trouble qualifying and you can't pay that on your own, then you're going to definitely need units to help with the mortgage. So that's what I would say. You would put more people on the loan with you. Make sure you put people that you trust, that everybody's on the same page mentally. Make sure everybody's on the same page mentally, but you can do that. You don't have to be just one person on the loan. You can put many people on there as you need to put on there. Just get with a lender to get, when you get pre-approved, then that lender will put all of that together for you. As far as, he'll tell you how much income you need, and then you go about it from there, right? I hope that helps you. If you got any other questions, hey guys, if any of you have any questions or you want a further explanation about anything that I'm saying, DM me, or leave me a message in the comments, or give me a call, 323-477-2684. Okay, that was from Isaac in DC. Okay, I got a message here from Jessica in Mobile, Alabama. Hey, shout out to the mob. That's my hometown. I'm really from Pritchard. Yeah, let me see how they do it. PA, yeah, let me see. PA, yeah, I'm really from the Pritchard. I'm just, for all the people in Pritchard, yeah, even Pritchard. Went to Viga High School, graduated from Viga High School, played basketball for Viga High School. Mobile, Alabama, my hometown. My mother still lives there. Here's Jessica's question in Mobile, Alabama. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. Are there any first-time buyer programs or grants that are available in my area for people like me? I don't know what people like me means, but we're just gonna go with it as you're a first-time home buyer, right? Yes. There are first-time home buyer programs in Mobile, Alabama. There are first-time home buyers program practically in every city in the United States of America. There are grants, there are programs that are available to you, but they're not advertised on a wide spectrum. What you can do for the first-time home buyers program, Mobile, Alabama, go to FHA.com. Go to FHA.com and put in your city, and it will give you the first-time home buyers program or down payment assistance programs that they have in that city, and whatever grants they may have in that city, right? Also, after you go to FHA.com, then you want to go to reach out to the local banks in your city, the local credit unions in your city, ask them, do they have down payment assistance programs? A lot of different places call it different things. They call it a first time buyers program. They call it down payment assistance program. Some of them have what they call an angel program. Some of them have grants that if you stay in the property for a certain amount of time, you don't have to pay that grant back. There is, I know for a fact because I referred someone to it, there is definitely a first-time home buyers program in Mobile, Alabama. Go to FHA.com and you can get all that information. All right. Moving on, we have Will. Will is from Los Angeles. Will asks, hey, I was watching one of your videos and I learned a lot about opening a business, but as I was doing my research, because I want to open a business, I read that 60 to 80% of businesses that open all fail within the first year. And I wanted to know what your thoughts was on that and why is that? Okay, that's a great question, Will, regarding opening a business, right? I'm gonna write this on here, opening a business. Okay, Will in Los Angeles. Right here. This is where we're at. We're in Southern California. Hey, Will, listen. And to everybody out there, you're right. I see you've been doing your research and your due diligence and everything. And 60 to 80% of businesses fail in the first year because, and you want to know why that is. Why? Because 60 to 80% of the people that open a business have no idea how that business works. They don't have a clue. They're going by what's the trend, what's hot, what's the word I heard? What's the new word they say? What's the play? What's the play of the day? You know, they have no knowledge of the business. They have no understanding of how the business works. They just running off some information overload that they got from watching YouTube videos and tutorials or going to seminars and buying funnels and systems and all of this stuff. So they run out here and open this business and they don't have a thorough knowledge or thorough understanding of what the business does, how it works, what it takes for the business to be successful, and what are the pitfalls that are going to befall the business in the first year. That's why they fail. I've never seen a business fail when a person opened that business and they had a thorough knowledge, a thorough understanding, a working understanding of how the business works. What needs to happen, what has to happen, what you can't allow to happen. You know, a lot of people open business and they've never worked in that field before. They've never worked in that field. They've never been associated in that field, and that's why they fail. So before you open any business, you should have a thorough understanding, a thorough knowledge of everything about that business, all of the ins and outs, all of the nuts and bolts, what happens. And matter of fact, you should work in that business some. You should actually work in that business some. Even if you had to go and take the lowest paying job at a company in a particular field that you want to be in, to see the inner workings of it, right? To see the inner workings of it. If you had the intern, let's say a person that wanted to sell, let's say stocks and bonds, right? And they wanted to know how it worked and how it go, but they've been watching videos and they think they're just gonna start doing it, but they don't have a thorough knowledge or understanding of everything that goes on. Then you should intern at a place. Tell them, hey man, I work for free. I don't want no money. I just want to know how it works, how it goes. You know, if you wanted to open a gas station, you wanted to own a gas station, you should try to go work at a gas station first. Find out what it is, what happens. You know, how is the money really made? You know, that's the reason why a lot of people fail, you know, in businesses, because they don't have a thorough knowledge or understanding of everything that it's going to take for that business to be successful. They just think, I saw somebody else doing it, and if they can do it, I can do it. And that's why. I hope that answers your question, Will. If you need a little further explanation of that, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? But that's the reason. That's the reason. Okay, moving right on along, we have, oh, wow. We have, I want to make sure I say this right, Big Daddy J from Atlanta, Georgia. He wants to know, how do I buy vacant land, and what is the process for buying vacant land, ... I watched the podcast and I was very inspired about some people here in Georgia that got together and bought 100 acres of land, and they are starting their own community. And I was wondering, how do you buy vacant land or buy vacant lots? Okay, all right. That's really two questions in one, and I'm gonna break it down for you like a fraction. What was the name again? Let me get that again. Big Daddy J in Atlanta. All right, Big Daddy J in Atlanta. Funny thing that you say that. I saw that same podcast, and it's very inspiring. My man David Shands is his podcast, and oh man, it escapes me what the young lady name was. Go to David Shands podcast. Money Never Sleeps. Go to David Shands podcast. Go to matter of fact, go to David Shands channel on YouTube. Money Never Sleeps is one of the best channels that you could watch. Money Never Sleeps. David Shands channel is great. Earn Your Leisure is great. You know, a lot of great information out there. There's some other people out there too that I'm gonna shout out, but right off the top of my head, I did see that podcast, and it's very inspiring. Now, the thing about it is, you ask two questions in one. This is what I mean. You're asking vacant land and vacant lots. Okay. We're gonna say vacant land is just land, raw land, right? Raw land. Okay. And then vacant lots, we're going to say that's like, let's say there was a house right here, there was a house right here, there was a house in the middle, that house caught on fire, burnt down. Now that lot is right there in the middle, right? So that's a vacant lot. We're going to use that for the vacant lot scenario. Vacant land, number one is you got to have money. You got to have money. You know, sometimes a vacant land deal can be structured most flexible. You might have a seller or owner of that vacant land who's willing to sell it to you and finance it. He may be willing to do seller finances where you put down X amount of dollars and you put down X amount of dollars and he agrees to charge you X amount every month until you guys reach the maturity of the contract, you pay off the contract. So that's the way it is with vacant land, right? Raw land. You know, now if you went to a bank, credit union, financial institution, most of those, they want 50% down, right? They want to know what the plan is. What are you going to do with this land? They're not finna just loan you no money for the land to sit there, right? If you're going to build some kind of development, they're going to want to know, you'll enter into something with them. They're going to want to see approved plans, but that's only after you worked out everything, terms, conditions, and everything. That may be part of them agreeing to sell it to you or finance it for you. You got approved plan that you're going to get approved plans. They know what you want to do. You want to build some houses. You want to build a small lot subdivision. You want to build a strip mall. What is it that you want to do? They going to want to know that. And yeah, credit part of it, it's loan based. So credit is going to always be a key when you're getting a loan. But the most important part of it is you got to have some money. You got to have some money, whether it goes seller finance or bank finance, right? Now, the other thing about that is when you're buying vacant land, you got to really be knowledgeable, right? You got to know what's there. Are there services on the land? Meaning that is it water or do you have to dig a well? You know what I'm saying? Do they have water on the land? You know what I mean? Is it electrical? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Is electrical on the land? Do you see power lines? Or is it just a big old, just vast, empty space, right? Because if it's just a big old, vast, empty space, unless you're planning to just make it a live off the land campsite, you got to have services there. You got to have electrical. You got to have water. You got to have gas. And of those, and then you got to do the roads. That's a lot. That's a lot of infrastructure. It's a lot of money on infrastructure. If it's not there, you got to put it there. You got to put roads. You got to put, if it's going to be a subdivision, you got to put streets. You got to put water, you got to put fire hydrants, it's so much if it's nothing there. It's a lot to it. It's not as simple as just, I'm going to buy this land and then I'm going to start building. Well, if none of those services if the utilities are not in place, then you got to pay to get the utilities put in place. They're not going to look at, oh, you want to buy the land, you want to build a city. Okay, all right. You better I hope you got a lot of money, because the city ain't going to say, well, oh, you want to build a city? You pay for the permits and everything. If you wanted to, let's say you bought a big plot and you wanted to break it down and get parcel numbers, APN numbers, where you could sell each lot separately and somebody could come there and build a house. Now, you could do that, but everything's going to cost, so you got to have some money. And if the service is not there, you be aware that you're going to have to put them there. So you hopefully want to find a place where services are there. You want the utilities there. Telephone, lights, water, gas, electricity, water, gas, you want that there. You want those services there, right? Now, vacant lot, if it's a house in between some houses, or it's a house, or it's a lot, let's say it's a lot in between some lots, or it's a lot that's in an area where other homes are and everything, then the services are there. So that's a much better deal. If you want to just go back, build a house there, and then you could live there or flip it or whatever. But vacant lot, better deal as far as depending on what you want to do. If you want to just look for something that you could rebuild and flip quick, vacant lot, because the services are already there. Now, to all my people out there, I know y'all don't believe this. I know you think everybody you're going to run into is telling you the truth. There is a lot of fraud and a lot of scams in real estate, because the majority of the information on real estate is public knowledge. It means everyone has access to it. So yes, a person will go out, shoot a picture, put it online. Favorite scam spot, Craigslist. They will put it online, try to get you to do something ridiculous. They'll agree to all your terms. Yes, they'll do owner financing and all that. If you come up with 10% down, so they want $200,000, you come up with $20,000 cash, then they will sell a finance for you, do the terms and all that good stuff. And then they get your money and they gone. You done been scammed. Don't buy anything. Don't never give up no money. Don't meet nobody Starbucks parking lot. Starbucks is not start leasing out office space. You can go there and meet somebody and have a frappuccino, but it is not an office, right? Don't ever buy a real estate deal without title insurance, meaning that you need to go to escrow, or if you're in a state where they don't use escrow companies and they close out with a closing attorney, who's basically the same thing. He does what an escrow company would do, because a closing attorney will work direct with the title company. So you don't buy without title insurance, and you don't meet nobody and hand nobody no money or nothing like that. Everything goes through the closing attorney. Everything goes through escrow, right? Anybody trying to get you to do something other than that, it's a scam. It's a scam, and a lot of people have been scammed. And remember what your mother told you. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? Remember that when I told you that. There's a lot of scams in real estate, a lot of scams. Be aware, buyer beware, Okay, let's get on to our next person. Our next person is John in San Francisco, right? John in San Francisco. Let's see what John wrote. John said, San Francisco's, man, really nice. Have you ever been to San Francisco, Jan?
No, I haven't.
Been up to the Bay Area though, huh?
Probably drove past it, like through it.
Oh, okay.
A little bit there.
Okay, man, San Francisco is nice. But San Francisco is one of the most expensive places to live on the planet Earth. San Francisco, I don't think they are allowed to sell a house under $1 million in San Francisco. I seen the house the size of a garage sell for $1.2 million in San Francisco. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But I digress. Getting back to John in San Francisco. Okay, John wants to know. John says, hello, I'm a new agent in San Francisco. I just got my license a month ago. Do you have any tips or suggestions on how I can land my first client? Or what are some of the things I should do to create some business and get some clients? Okay. All right, cool, John. John, I've been doing this for over 20 years. So I am going to give you some tips and tricks because the first thing you should do, and I want you to understand that you have to get known. You have to get known. I heard this from a guy. I was watching a live one time. And I want to give the credit to, I think Grant said it. Grant Cardone, I think he said this. And it was something that resonated with me. And it made all the sense in the world. He said that the person who gets the deal or gets the money is the most known. You need to be the most known. He said, most known doesn't mean you're the best, but most known will get you the business, right? And he broke it down to the fact that Starbucks doesn't have the best coffee, but if you think coffee, you think Starbucks. If you think chicken nuggets, you think McDonald's. If you think I'm lying about that, you put a kid in the car 3 years to 5 years old to 6 years old that cannot spell their name, that don't know their telephone number, they can't tell you their address. But if you drive down the street and he see those arches, he gonna holler, McDonald's, Happy Meal, chicken nugget, stop the car, right? Because they're the best known. So what you got to do now is you got to create some traction by becoming known, right? And let's just be clear. I'm gonna talk frank for a second. If nobody knows you in your particular field, you're a nobody. If nobody knows you, you are a nobody in whatever field you do. And the real estate business is, I hate to make this comparison, but it's like being a stripper. If you shy, you're not going to get no money. You got to connect with people. People deal with who they want to deal with, right? You got to connect with people. So the first thing I would do is, if I was you, I'm sure you got a social media. I'm sure you have friends and family contacts. I would just get me a composition notebook or just a tablet or whatever, legal pad or whatever. And I will write down everyone that I know. I would go through my phone, every contact I had, every Instagram, every Facebook, everything. And you can do this for free. I would start me a marketing campaign where I would reach out to everyone that I know personally or social media and let them know that, hey, I'm John. I'm the newest, I'm the hottest real estate agent in San Francisco. I'm looking forward to helping you. I want to reach out and help you. I would do that, right? Then I would if I was you, I would get involved in as many groups as I could. You know, if you're in San Francisco, there's a lot of groups. There's a lot of groups. There's a lot of clubs, that ties around real estate. And if it's something that you're passionate about, let's say you got a cause, let's say you like animals, you should be, let's say you got a little dog, you should be at the dog park. Everybody at that dog park, you should be introducing yourself, letting them know, hey, how you doing? If somebody speaks to you and says a compliment about your dog, bam, that's your introduction. Hey, thank you. What type of dog do you have? Such as, I'm John. Hey, I'm a realtor here in San Francisco. And yeah, let me give you my card. Always keep your cards with you. Always keep your cards with you. Always networking. Always pressing the flesh. You're like a politician. You're always campaigning, right? You need people to call you. because you don't have a volume of business yet. You don't have a book yet. You don't have a book that you can go through and say, okay, last year I did 30 transactions. Okay, this year I can reach out to all of these people, tell them thank you for last year, and ask them if they have anyone that wants to do some business that you would appreciate a referral and stuff like that, right? So that's the first thing I would do. And if you, marketing and promotion is going to be key because nobody knows you. So if you have a job, if you don't have a job, I suggest you get one. And the reason why I said that is because real estate is feast or famine, right? Let's be honest. The sky is the limit to the amount of money that you can make in real estate. No real estate professional will ever be accused of making too much money, right? But that's the great part of it. The flip side of that is you eat what you kill. Real estate realtors, real estate agents, real estate brokers, I don't care who you are in real estate as far as on the working side. You get paid on closed transaction. You don't close a transaction, don't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Nobody cares. If that transaction doesn't close for whatever reason, you get zero, nothing, not a dime. I don't care if you worked on that transaction for 60 days, 90 days. If you don't close that transaction, you get nothing. It's feast or famine. You eat what you kill, right? So if you don't have some business going into it and you've got your license, I suggest that you get a job and do whatever works for you. I'm not saying you got to go get a 9-to-5 because you might have said, I got my real estate license because I didn't want to get a 9-to-5, right? I want to work for me. Yeah, but you got to finance that until some checks come in. You got to finance that. Unless you live with your parents. And if you do live with your parents, you don't want to, I pray to God, you don't want to live with them forever. You want to be the guy, 50, 60 years old, 40 years old, downstairs. Where's John? He's in his room. John, dinner's ready. Thanks, Mom. You want to be that guy? Walking around in your boxes eating hot Cheetos? Really? Really? Watching WWE wrestling with your mom? Come on, man. Friday, Saturday night. Sunday, hey, Dad, we're going to fire up the grill and watch the big game. You want to be that guy? Ain't no girl coming over. Really? Come on, man. So you definitely want to get out on your own and do your own thing, but you got to finance that. I mean, Uber, you can there's all kinds of jobs. You get a part-time job, whatever. I'm just saying because you need to finance it because you're going to have a marketing budget, right? You're going to have a marketing budget. That's one thing about social media. You can reach millions of people now as opposed to going out and trying to talk to a million people. You can push a button, reach a million people. You could do that. You could actually do that. But it costs. You got to have a marketing budget for that. You got to be able to pay for that. So that's something you need to do, right? Okay, that was from John in San Francisco. John, I hope that helps for you. If you need more tips or anything, reach out to me. And I got some other tips that I could give you too. Some other things you could do to try to generate some business, right? My next question is from Rashid from Detroit, Michigan. From the D. It gets so cold in the D. I heard that on Beavis and Butthead. That just always stuck with me. Oh my goodness. You guys got to see that episode where he say, it gets so cold in the D. How can we ever keep peace? Oh man. Okay, so let me get through this for a second. Rashid from Detroit, Michigan asked, I was reading about opportunity zones, and I noticed that where I am in Detroit, we had a lot. We had a lot of houses that are just abandoned and need a lot of work, and it's certain areas that are run down. How do you know what area is going to be the next opportunity zone, or what area is going to be like the next hotspot for redevelopment and revitalizing neighborhoods that are run down? I would like to know so I could invest and get the jump, because it seems like once the big investors come in, the little guys or the people that are from the area won't get a chance to buy back into the area. And that's called gentrification. You are absolutely right, my man Rashid from the D. I love the D. I got some people out there that are near and dear to me and close to my heart that I love in the D. Shout out to all of y'all. This is what you need to do, Rashid. Go to the city planning committee and ask questions like, what areas of town have been earmarked for redevelopment or revitalization? Ask them, right? Because 9 times out of 10, when you start driving through certain areas and you see it getting built up, you seeing stuff being torn down and leveled out, houses being 4 or 5 houses they tore down, and now you're going to find out the apartment complex is finna come up, and areas that were hot once before will be hot again. Everything goes around in a circle. Anywhere near water, anywhere near downtown will always be subject for renovation and revitalization. Always remember that. Because usually the downtown area of most cities is like the hub of the city. It's usually where the city hall is. It's usually where the mayor's office is. All the big offices of that city are usually located downtown. So there's always going to be building and revitalization going on downtown in every city in the United States, right? 20 years ago, we saw that in Los Angeles. It was crazy. It was crazy. It's some places right now, downtown LA, that you can go that 20 years ago, you wouldn't go there. You wouldn't let Superman take you with a bulletproof vest on. And it's just crazy how that works. But you want to get ahead of the curve. So go to your city planning, right? Not building and safety. Go to city planning. That's where they approve the plans for, well, building and safety does it too, but every place has a city planning. You want to go talk to them, tell them, you're looking to invest. You want to know what areas have already been planned out. They have that already. Now, if you see a Whole Foods, some Starbucks, Trader Joe's, maybe the Gap, what else? Bank of America. You start seeing those come into a certain area, it's part of that. It's part of that. Because they're coming in, they're trying to buy the buildings and everything. If you see new those anywhere from 4 to 10 to 12 story buildings being built and there are units in there, that's part of an opportunity zone play, because they're going in there, they doing the low income housing thing, and they're gonna get a whole lot of money. So that's where you'll find that at. But go to your city planning, and then just keep your eyes and ears open. Look around. Nobody builds by accident. Building costs a lot. It takes a lot to build. A lot of red tape in some certain areas in certain aspects, getting stuff approved. It's a lot to build, especially large projects. It's a lot to build. Nobody invests that amount of money, that amount of time into something that ain't going nowhere. It's a bigger picture. Once you see the bigger picture, then, you're on to it. You're on to it. You leaving? You stepping out for a minute? Oh, well, okay. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what it is with that. Okay. Ra, I hope that helps you. If you got any other questions, give me a call or send me a message and I'll respond accordingly. Okay, we got next one. We got Jill from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn in the house. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? That used to be. I used to love that. Jill from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, she writes, I have an LLC. Can I buy property in the LLC name? And what are the steps? The process. What are the steps for the process? What is she? And what are the steps? Oh, and what are the steps of the process for me to do so? Okay. Okay, Jill, Brooklyn. Yes, you can buy property in the LLC. Yes, you can. Here's the thing. Just reach out to your lenders and they'll give you the criteria, the requirements to buy property in the LLC. More than likely, you're going to be at a 25% down. More than likely, 25% down or more. You will be able to buy your property in the LLC as long as the LLC is in good standing in the state where the LLC is located at. And the lenders will give you all the criteria. They'll give you all the criteria because you got to understand that 25, 30% down, the lender's not really taking a whole lot of risk. They have to foreclose on you. It's not easy. It's not going to be a problem selling the property because they done already got 25% of what the property is worth, right? So yeah, that's not a problem, Jill. Just reach out to your lenders that you are want to deal with. A lot of time, your bigger lenders, your Bank of Americas, your Wells Fargo, your huge lenders like that. They may not Chase, they might not have that program, but other banks, credit unions, private lenders, they all have that program. Well, you'll be able to buy property in your LLC. You putting 25 to 30% down, it's not going to be a problem. You will find someone that will let you buy that property in your LLC. You won't have to qualify. You're not going to have to proof up a lot. You're buying it in your LLC. As long as your LLC probably is 2 years old, good standing, 25, 30% down is not going to be a problem. Okay. Now we got Nathaniel from St. Pete. Oh, St. Petersburg, Florida. Okay. He wants to know if I don't have a real estate license, how can I get paid in real estate? Oh, God, you can't make this stuff up. I want to make money in real estate, but I don't want to be an agent or a realtor or a broker. I just want to make money. Somebody really sent this in. Hey, Nathaniel in St. P. Hey, man. This is why I do this, man. This is the type of message. Hey, Nate. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. I love your honesty, man. You ain't faking it. You ain't shaking it. Nate say, I don't want to be no agent. I want to know how can I make me some money in real estate. I ain't trying to do all that. I just want to make some money. Okay, here we go, Nate. Hey, listen, you can make money in real estate. You don't have to be an agent, a broker, realtor, anything like that. You can make money. The only things is by you not being an agent, a broker, salesperson, realtor, you can't do things that require a real estate license, right? But you can find properties, you can wholesale. If you don't know what that is, go back and watch some of the videos. I did a video on wholesaling. You can wholesale properties. You can reach out to a guy like myself, Gregory Dixon, the go-to guy for all things real estate in Southern California. You reach out to a guy like me, I'll tell you how to find properties. And if you find some, you bring the deal and you get paid a referral. That's how you're going to do it. That's how you're going to do it. You legally can't do things that require a real estate license. A lot of people don't know that, but that's the law, and it's the law across the country, right? And they're going to make laws a lot stricter on wholesalers. But as of now, you can wholesale. You could go out. Somebody wants to sell a property. Let's say it's worth 150,000. You tell them I give you 85. They say okay. You put it on the contract as Nathaniel from St. Petersburg or assignee. Then you go to a real estate investor like myself or anyone in your city, and you say, hey, listen, I got this property, it's worth 150. I got it on the contract for 85. Would you give me 5,000 for the contract? And the person says, they go see the property, they say yes. They buying the contract. They're not buying the property. They're buying the contract from you. You're selling the contract. You're not selling the house. That's wholesaling. So you assign the contract to them, take your assignment contract with them to escrow, along with the original contract. The investor buys the house for the 85,000, and they also cut you a check for 5,000 at the close of escrow. That's how wholesaling works, and that's how you would get paid like that. Everything else is going to be on a referral base, right? Unless you got a license to be a property inspector or property appraiser, then you could get paid like that. So that's how you would do that. That's how you would do that. Okay, our last question of the day, and we're going to wrap this up. Oh, okay, cool. Last question. Robert from Los Angeles. All right, he's from the home team. Okay, Rob. Rob wants to know, if I buy a house in today's real estate market, I'm in Los Angeles. The prices are extremely high on houses and units. Seems like I'm in a bidding war. If I do buy a house, I'm going to go into it with no equity. So how can I buy a house and go into it with equity? Okay, that's a great question. Rob, that's a great question. I'm going to answer that for you. It's two ways. Number one, you either got to buy a deal. I tell everybody it's always a great day to buy real estate, but you have to buy a deal. If you pay market value or over market value, then there is no equity. But there's something that you could do that we call value adds. You can add value. What you do by adding value is you go in and you add square footage to the property, right? Let's say if the house is 2-bedroom, 1 bath, you make it 3-bedroom, 2 baths. You add square footage, add a bed and bath, you're going to make a lot. You're going to increase the value, maybe $100,000, right? Also, here you're in Los Angeles, which is a great thing. Also, out here in Los Angeles, they've passed the laws now, made it official. It's no problem. You can add an ADU, right, which is a accessory dwelling unit or additional unit, however you want to call it, right? Now, by adding this extra unit on your property, let's say you got a 3-bedroom, 2 bath, you paid $750,000 for it, right? Now you add a 1-bedroom, 1 bath ADU, right? Or let's say the house was 2,000 square feet, you add a 1,000 square foot ADU, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, right? Now, that will bring in an extra probably $2,000 a month in income. That extra $2,000 a month is going to probably add your property value to probably like $200,000. That probably add $200,000 onto your property value. So if you pay $7,000, you spend $100 on building the ADU, right? And it added $200 to your value, right? You got $100,000 in equity, plus you got $2,000 a month coming in. That's how you do it. You got to do a value add. That's the only way around it. That's the only way you're going to be able to go in and see some equity quickly. That's the only way. You got to do a value add. You got to either add square footage or you got to build an ADU. Or if you got units and you build an ADU. The play would be buy units and then build an ADU. More income. It's all about the income. That's how you're going to get your equity up. That's how you're going to add value. That's the only way it's going to make sense. Other than that, it's not going to make sense. But it'll take you too long to build equity. You're already in it $800,000, right? First 10 years, you're paying interest anyway. Ain't hardly nothing going to the principal. Take too long to build equity, right? So that's it. I hope this Q&A that's live on Friday has been very informative to you. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys got something out of it. We went live from the penthouse. Great day today. Had Gianni directing the video and helping with the video today, and it's been a great week of working with him. We are out in the field. We are actively looking for deals, right? I connect the dots. I solve problems for you guys. If you have a problem in real estate, you either a buyer who can't find a house to buy. You're either a seller who wants to sell immediately for top dollar, right? You're an investor, you're looking for something that makes sense. It's got to make money. The numbers make money. You're a builder, you need a lot. You need vacant land. You need somewhere to build, right? I solve all those problems. If you're a buyer, I got a house for you. Or I'll get a house for you. You're a seller, you want to sell, 7 days, 30 days. I only want a listing agreement for 30 days. 30. If I can't have you in escrow in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't even want the deal. That's how serious I am. That's how I work. That's how I work. I'm going to get it sold quickly. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Right? If you're a builder, call me. Call me. Vacant lots are coming. Vacant lots are coming. I got some now. I got some places for you. Right? If you're building something, give me a call. The time you're finished, let me pre-sell it. By the time you're finished building, the property is sold. I can get that done for you. Give me a call, 323-477-2684. DM me on Instagram, Gregory Dixon Official or Alpha Elite Capital. And follow us on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Gregory Dixon Official. It's been a great Q&A today. I hope you guys got something out of it. Hope you learned something. We'll be back here next Friday, 2 o'clock. We're going to always do the 2 o'clock lives on Friday. Don't know what the topic is going to be, but we'll definitely do a live next Friday, 2 o'clock. Look forward to speaking to you guys. Hope you guys got something out of this. And if there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate. All right. See you guys. Have a prosperous, safe weekend. Love you. Peace.